So just a quick update. As you can see, I'm getting on with all the cladding. Not quite finished. I've got the lower edges to do still, a little bit around the back and the other end, but it's getting there and it's looking pretty good. So with the inside, just come up this end, I have got a carpet in now. Doesn't go all the way to the back, but that won't matter because the layout's going to be coming 4 foot out from the wall. You won't even see that. There'll be storage tubs underneath, and this was the width of a roll, so it's perfect for me. I could have had 2 pieces and had a join down the middle, but I didn't want that, and this is fine. I've got my lights installed ready, but I'm waiting for the electrician. There is my armoured cable coming out from the floor, and I've got a fuse box there which is going to go on the wall down there, so I've got to wait for the electrician to come. Got the lights all ready to go. As you can see, they're all wired in up to there. Going to wait for the electrician to finish off, and I've started to build the fiddle yard area. Not finished yet, but if you can see on the wall there's 2 buttons. The lower button is for the fiddle yard to sit on. The top button is where the main layout will sit. So I'll have quite a nice decent gap between to get underneath, to reach underneath. And the fiddle yard section, I've just got to literally make some feet for it and sit it on there. So that's all good. I've got 3 packs of track there, so 75 packs of track ready to start that. I'm waiting for the points. They're on pre-order because they didn't have enough in stock. I've got 32 points just for the fiddle yard, but the points will obviously be just at the ends there and at the end up the other end, and the whole long section there will just be complete fiddle yard length. So I think there's going to be 18 lines in total. I'm going to measure how many lines I can get on the board. I might actually trim the boards down a bit narrower if the 18 fit on there and there's a bit of space left, just to make the fiddle yard a bit smaller, but that'll be fine. I've also got 2 helixes on order. Of course, they have to be they're made to order, so that could take a couple of weeks to come through. And basically, so there's going to be a helix there and a helix there. So you'll come out of the fiddle yard along the lower level, round to there, up the helix, and then up, and then it will go all the way around the top level, all the way around, back to here, down the helix, and then back round to the fiddle yard. So it's going to be pretty big, but I'm going to have a lot of train storage space, and that's the main goal. So I've had a lot of thoughts about how I'm going to set out the railway, and so I've had a few questions like, am I going to go automated, and you know, things like that. And simple answer is no, I'm not. I want to keep the layout simple. It's going to be pretty big. Yes, if I wanted loads and loads of running lines and that sort of thing, I'd need to go computer controlled with something this big, because you would not be able to keep you just wouldn't be able to keep an eye on everything that's going on all the time. So I've got a plan. I've drawn out some plans, and the layout's pretty going to be similar to the old layout, as in up this end here, we're going to have, as it comes, the top level, as it comes around the corner here, we're going to have a station. The tracks will obviously continue on. There's going to be an engine shed and TMD area there. Instead of having the permanent way area at the front there, where it was previously next to the station, that's actually going to be a focus for that area over there. And what I also plan to do is the level where the helix is going to be, I plan to have the tracks obviously go down into the helix, but I'm also going to have a scenic area where the tracks come out, and they're going to come out and there'll be like an area here, so it'll be a bit wider, but it'll be over the helix, and the same on the other side. So I've already got a bit of a plan. So the helix, where it comes out of here, will come out. There'll be a bridge, or actually there's going to be two bridges. There's going to be a bridge at the back with the main with the main running line from the helix. So there'll be a bridge section here with a canal underneath. That the two tracks for where they come out will then continue on round. I'm going to have a little bit of a hillside in between the two tracks, like a cutting, and there'll be another inner track that comes. Oh, sorry, focus has gone. Another inner track that comes with a single track bridge, and then over the top of, over this side, a similar sort of thing. It's going to come further out, and I'm going to have like another industry there. Just gives me two areas over the back there, for shunting. I'll have another area over the back there for shunting. I'll have the TMD area for shunting. So they're little areas where there's some interest and some operational interest to do movements. And then basically the idea is that I can just have my main running lines just running. Through the station, obviously they'll go from two running lines into an extra running line, and there'll be also a third running line, which will be like the freight line, but that will join up the main lines over the back there before it goes over the two track bridge. So the two tracks will go into three from over there, but when they come out over here from this side, they'll go almost straight into the three again. So I'll basically have the three running lines. It's just a case of the inner running line splitting into the two, and it will split into up to 5 or 6 when it goes through the station area, so that I can have trains sat in the platforms, but also trains running straight through as well. So there's going to be a fair bit, but I want to keep it fairly simple so that I can just maybe just leave 2 trains running around and then do some other bits, you know, movements while they're running. So I don't want to be frantically having to chop and change this, that and the other. And I did consider doing multi-level, and you know, I've got plenty of space, but my main interest is the scenic side of it, and I don't want to overcram everything with tracks everywhere either, because I think it's just sometimes you can have too much. So I'm going to keep it simple, but at the same time interesting. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I will get back to you when I start to actually get some more progress with the layout.